The audience for my speech are Izzy and Tim. Blake Shelton, Kanye West, Paul McCartney, and Jason Mraz. All of these people are well-known artists who have made a career out of creating music. Even though they are established now, they had to start somewhere. That somewhere is understanding the basic points of reading music. By learning basic information of a staff, the clefs in their arrangements, and the values of notes and rests, we can better appreciate the music we listen to. The first thing you need to learn is what everything on a staff is called. There are two clefs, the bass clef and the treble clef. The treble clef is used for higher voice parts, and the bass clef is used for lower voice parts. The area between these two lines is called a measure. Measures are used to divide and organize music. The numbers at the beginning of the staff are called the time signature. On his website StudyBase, Andrew Pauska describes the time signature by saying that the top number tells us how many beats there are per measure, and the bottom number tells us what kind of note equates to one beat. The next thing to learn is the musical alphabet and how it relates to the bass and treble clefs. Each clef has its own unique arrangement of the musical alphabet. The musical alphabet consists of the letters A through G. On his website, Neil Haas describes one theory of the origin of this notation, saying it was created by a Roman writer named Bethius in the 5th century. On the treble clef, the lines are E, G, B, D, and F. This can be remembered using the phrase, "every good boy does fine." The spaces in between create the word face. On the bass clef, the lines are G, B, D, F, and A. This can be remembered using the phrase, "good boys do fine always." The spaces in between are A, C, E, and G. This can be remembered using "all cows eat grass." Now that you know the parts of the staff and how the clefs are arranged, the last basic to learn is how to determine the value of different notes and rests. No matter what kind of music, the value of notes and rests are extremely important. The most common notes are the quarter note, the half note, and the whole note. The quarter note equates to the 4 on the bottom of the staff, saying that one beat is equal to one quarter note. Notes can also have dots after them, which add on half of the value of the note to that note. So a quarter note, if it had a dot behind it, would then become 1.5 beats. Some of the most common rests are the quarter rest, the half rest, and the whole rest. In order to tell the difference between a half rest and a whole rest, we can look at its position on the staff. A half rest sits on top, and it makes the shape of a hat. The whole rest sits underneath this line, and it looks like a hole in the ground. All of these things contribute to the importance of any piece of music. We must remember that all things started with the basics. After learning the organization of the staff, the differences in clefs and their arrangements, and the values of notes and rests, we can better appreciate the music we listen to. Blake, Kanye, Paul, and Jason might be famous now, but remember, they too had to start somewhere. And here's my audience again.